Natural 20. As Godfrey takes his hand and grabs the face of the specter that remains and just dissipates it against the back wall.
Oh my god.
7 points of magical bludgeoning.
You do it.
As he does that, he uses that leverage to leap up onto the wall and like climb up to the top. And then is this specter flying up in the sky? Is it down kind of hovering above the ground?
Last time on Utopia podcast, the party took on a couple of wraiths that appeared after placing the wrong combination into a door. Sille, unable to participate in the fight, having been overcome with the debilitating sound of a celestial song. After taking out the wraiths, the party explored the area that they were in a little bit more, finding a few more clues about the combination and the fighting arena. That is where we find the party.
Right. What are y'all doing?
Walking. Well, first we're gonna throw the fillet into the door, and then we're gonna walk through it.
Did you put in the combo?
Oh, I assume we.
Yeah,
First, we
that's
put
what
in
we're
the.
gonna
Yeah.
do.
First, we do the combination. Then we're gonna throw in the fillet, and then we're gonna walk through.
And I'm just gonna stand slightly off center from this door, not directly in line with it, if that's all right.
If no one else
Godfrey's
wants
going to
to
support Sille.
Awesome. Yeah, you do so. Livy, as you hit 4, 1, 3, it does all the weird, like popping in and out and shifting and turning. 4, 1, or 4, 2, 1. It does the same thing, and you just hear a and all the magic of the kaleidoscope of this door sort of shifts, and then the different interlocking circles of it lift up, and the magic just wipes away, and you find an opening into a dark hallway.
Did we throw the blade in there?
Do you throw your flail in?
Yeah.
Yes.
You just hear a tick, 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 tick.
No traps!
None whatsoever.
Wait.
I'm going to.
I wouldn't be so confident about that. If we want to take a little bit of time, I can try to
It's the
detect anything
flail
that
of
might be hidden.
discovery. It's how I found the papers. Just believe in the flail.
Let's take a moment for Morgus to do what he's doing.
All right, entertain yourselves for about 10 minutes.
Wait,
And,
10 minutes?
get
Does he also have a flail?
Right now? Here?
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be 10 minutes.
As you
Sounds
say that and you start focusing on this ritual spell, Morgus, the torch that you had been focusing on lighting goes out. It should have happened during combat, but I'm saying it happens now.
Oh, I lit a torch.
I mean, I
prestidigitation.
had you light a torch for me, but I believe prestidigitation just lights it like
For an hour.
sparks it.
Yeah,
So
it's
still
not
a
concentration.
It's definitely been an hour
Oh,
since
that's
you
all that means.
down the hallway and have been
Oh.
searching around the room and
Yeah.
fighting ghosts.
I just do it again.
Large
I just
bridge into
do
it.
mine again.
And Morgus is going to use control flame. And I am going to double the area of light that
Nice.
So it's an extra good torch now with control flame.
Cool.
Livy feels a little bit
And then I'll go back
self-conscious
to
about his
my
dingy
detect magic ritual.
torch.
Right. You go back to your ritual. What are you ritual casting?
I am using my spell book orb, the gold one that does all the clicky and windy and like turny things. I'm casting detect magic.
All right.
So I want to be able
you
to
do
see
so.
any traps we
You
can.
don't see anything magical in this area.
Cool.
All right. Well,
We'll
that's one thing confirmed. There's nothing strictly magical, but let's be careful. Morgus is going to look for traps as we move down the hallway.
I'll
Okay.
stay in the back with Sille. Someone wants to take my torch.
I'll be in the middle.
All right. Morgus, give me your investigation check for traps.
Here we go. Ooh, 23.
Great.
Nice.
You don't find any traps, but you get about 10 feet into this hallway, and you notice that about 5 feet in front of you, the ground changes color. It gets even darker. As you approach, you see that the entire floor is just an oil slick, whereas before you were following different types of footprints. Now it's just consistent oil.
Is that where my flail is? Just covered in oil now?
Mm-hmm.
Can
That's
I want to, before I step on the oil, or maybe I could have already investigated this, but I'm doing this now. I'm gonna like dab a little bit of that oil on my finger and like test the consistency and like smell it. I want to see if this is flammable or like acidic or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. Godfrey, as you're carrying Sille, or kind of allowing her to lean on you as you walk at the back, the closer you get, almost with every step, there's sort of like a wince sound between her teeth. And she just looks at you through like glazed, dazed eyes and just says, "It's getting louder."
You try to just stop concentrating on whatever you're doing.
I don't think I'm doing anything.
Well, that's not great.
I'm still typing to get the Bogle stat block, so I know if the oil is flammable.
I'm sorry.
It's not. It's not flammable.
Okay.
I mean, there was always
Okay,
one
very
way
sad.
you could easily find out.
It's true.
Just waited.
It's true. It's true. Oh, Morgus
not
is.
flammable.
I feel
not
like he's learned
nutritious.
enough from lighting things on fire. All right. Well, it's not flammable, so it should be all right to take the torch down here. But for goodness sakes, watch your step. I imagine this is relatively slick.
Are the
You just
walls
want to call
also
out to Narble.
covered with
Nope.
inky? Cool. I'm gonna walk on
Just
the
the
walls.
ground. Great. What was that, Godfrey?
Does anyone just want to call out to Narble, see if he's here?
You think you'll answer?
Well, if he thinks it's funny.
Morgus is going to point down the hallway, and I'm going to cast a message. Audible.
As you do this,
Say knock knock.
are you still walking forward as you're doing this, or are you standing right before the oil?
I'm standing before the oil first.
Okay. you send that message out, and you see instantaneously more than 100 different glowing yellow eyes turn toward you.
Uh-oh.
Hi, friend.
You said more than 100 yellow eyes or pairs of yellow eyes, because it's either 50 or 100.
Or more
Just
than
checking.
100. It's either more than 50 or more than 100.
Yeah. Anyway. There's quite the gathering of... There's a lot of them down there.
They like jokes. Did you try saying knock knock?
Above table, do I know that they like jokes?
You
were told
know,
that.
you know that they are pranksters. Yeah, you know that they steal babies and pull people's tails and mess up people's hair and draw on people while they're sleeping, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
You just hear a cacophony of
Okay. That's good.
That's good, buddy.
I approve.
That's good, buddy.
Well, we've come this far. We should press forward, right?
Well, sure.
I'm always for just going on into it.
If that's what you want to do, Zibba, you're taking the lead.
Alrighty. Are we gonna race or are we just going?
I'm not racing. Nope.
Okay. Then we'll be funny about it and just over dramatically starts just stepping into the oil.
Okay. As you start stepping into the oil, with each step of your boot, it strings up like glue or
I think
bubble
this-
gum as you step and step.
Well, also imagine someone. I said like ridiculous. So imagine someone like walking, kind of like those mimes, you know, that are overly miming, sneaking around and just taking like really high pointed steps with it sticking. Ew.
I would say, Zibba, if you're going first, as you step and step, you get closer and closer to them, and they start like hopping and jumping over each other. They're very small, and they seem excited. But the closer you get to them, the deeper this sticky oil gets, and you get the sense that if you kept going, there's a chance you might get stuck in it.
I think the most I'd be willing to do is like mid calf. That's as deep as I'm getting.
Mm-hmm. I think that's deep enough to probably get stuck.
What is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been in some very like like
Knee deep in
quicksand.
bubblegum?
Yeah. But if you got your knees up, you can lift up your feet. I might lose my shoes, but like...
Okay, I'm saying you can get just above your ankle, and then you're gonna possibly be restrained by this sticky goo if you continue forward.
All right, we're gonna stop there. Who are we looking for again? What was his name? I can't remember how to say his name. Azazriel?
Mm-hmm.
So if we did knock knock and they just clapped.
They knocked on the wood, yeah. There's no response. But as you all are like stomping into the middle, coming out of this tunnel, it opens up, and you see that you're at the bottom of a circular auditorium. with wooden bleachers all the way around the outside. And not only are there all of those bogles down at the bottom in the pit itself with you, the seats seem to be full of them as well.
Yeah, Zibba's a little nervous. This is a little...
I think we found the arena.
You can, just kind of like speak to the room, but not loudly enough to project. Be like, you guys like a funny show, right? When's it starting? I think we missed our seats. Is Azrael showing up soon? Like, we'll try to move towards the bleachers.
Yeah, as you look towards the edge, it's like a 20-foot wall that's blocking you in the pit from even the entry of the top of the bleachers.
Well, my feet are covered in bubble gum. Can I climb it?
You're trying to climb out of the pit?
And up the wall using my sticky feet.
Can I just...
Okay. Well, you tried to do that. What's everyone else doing?
I mean, I'm just on a wall, vibing.
You can help me go up the wall!
I think Morgus is going to be looking out for maybe like around the edges of the arena or on the floor, any kind of trap doors, anything where that might look like an entry point for something large and cat-like.
Yeah. You can look for that. Also, how long does your ritual detect magic last? 10 minutes?
It takes 10 minutes. I think it lasts longer. So it lasts 10 minutes.
Okay. I think it's still up. Maybe
Okay.
maybe 4 minutes left-ish.
Okay.
And you see under this like mound of bogles in the very center of this circular pit arena that you're in, there seems to be a pulsing green magic.
Do I recognize what kind of magic, like school of magic, it's related to, possibly?
It doesn't
what it reminds
have a
me of.
school related to it. It seems nature-based.
I'll point that out and share that information with the party.
And as you're looking around, you see on the opposite side of the arena, there is looks like it's just wrapped in vines, sort of this large cat-like creature, like a statue.
That's cool.
Sorry, where did you say that was? Was that in the pit or like up above in the bleachers?
In the pit, but opposite of the center from you all.
I don't like that at all.
How
So if you're
lifelike is
on
that
the
statue?
south side, it's on the north side. It looks more like a topiary or a shrubbery at this point. But as you give it a further look with your dark vision, you see what seem to be lifelike whiskers poking out from under the vines.
I will share that information with the party as well. Sort of a...
Oh,
I want out of this pit.
You should be very careful in here. There's some strange magic going on, and that statue might not have always been a statue.
I'm gonna walk up the side of the arena and see if there's like any place I can tie a rope the other side.
Let me out of this arena. I don't want to be in this pit. As you move up, the bogles around one of the like benches that are here for seating, for spectating, all kind of scamper away. leaving like a very sticky residue behind them. And you see that there's like metal attaching the wood of the bench to the stone foundation. And you could tie a rope around that and string it over for Zibba to climb up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You said there was a pulsing magic in the middle, Morgus?
Yes.
Like, tied to an item or just magic itself?
It's underneath all the bogles. I can't quite get a clear look at it so far. You might need to get closer, but it seems very nature-based, and the vines, all of that, like all the plant matter around the statue at the other end of the arena, does it seem to be coming from somewhere? Like, does it trail to where that source of magic is or not?
It does trail to the source of magic, yes. And you don't see any other, like, not even the rogue weed poking through the stones under your feet anywhere else in this space. Like, nothing else natural is around.
Does the source of that nature-based magic remind me of being in the presence of Irudi?
I would say it's reminiscent of that.
Okay.
And as you think about Irudi, you remember that not only was Irudi gifted the gift of the realm of dreams to be the god of nightmares, he was also gifted the realm of nature. Gifted is a strong word there, I should say. It was forced upon him by his father.
Alright, so we can't walk through the middle of this place. It looks like Livy's got a rope moving up to the stands. Do you want to just pop me right there in the middle? I can investigate that magic.
Listen, here's my... People used to fight in this arena continuously, forever. If you won, you would have to fight again. If you die, you would have to fight again. And the same thing with the Satyr. If we do it, we'll just have to continue doing it. It seems in this land that the unconventional method is yes. Let's, instead of playing our games, just walk around it. See if there's a way out of the arena from the sides.
Do you see a way to get out of the arena?
Do I see a way to get out of the arena?
Or just kind of like around the pit rather than us fighting in the pit. Through the stands. Can we just watch the fight? Like, why do we have to be the one to fight? Like, we could just watch something go down.
I would say, Livy, you see maybe 100 rows up. There are like multiple archways around the top, also in a circular form. So you're down in the pit. Sille, Morgus, and Godfrey are down in the pit circle, and you and Livy are up above that in like the first row of stadium bleachers, and there are different archways that probably allowed people into the spectator area about 100 rows up from you.
So I was gonna like lean over, we're up in the stands a bit and down in over the pit, and kind of yell down to those still in the pit, be like, "This is gonna sound terrible, and I was told to give warning now, so I'm just gonna say this is polite. This is me trying to be polite. But if we're looking for, something that might set Sille off, could we use Sille to find it in the most polite way? I know you're in a lot of pain right now."
So it's like trying to read your lips. use Zille as like a magic detector.
I don't know if I can call it magic, but whatever's going on there.
A horrifying, like, the more she screams, the closer we are. That's
Morgus
kind of
already knows where the magic is.
A little bit. But then we might figure out how to trigger it.
As Sille's putting together words like detector, you see like a secondary like shot go through her of like being a human divining rod.
Oh no.
What else is a paladin? I'm just saying.
Oh no.
You've been through a lot.
No.
Morgus, are you able to get me to the center of this ring through all this sticky stuff and just plot me there? Like I could take a look.
Yes, but it would take some resources that I've already used, and
Okay,
I would
maybe
like to save if possible.
Okay, I'll try to get there through this slick. How far away? Like, how far are we looking towards the center spot? You're gonna have to spot me, Morgus.
I mean,
He can't see.
The gladiator pit itself is about a 60-foot radius. And y'all are about 15 feet into the center. So, what is that? 45 feet?
Oh, that was if 60-foot radius?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Yeah.
It's a big pit.
That is a big bit.
Livy turns to the Mongol. So, like, is the cat gonna come alive and murder us? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm talking to the slimy creatures.
Oh,
Trying to.
right.
I'm not saying anything.
Godfrey pulls out a rope and starts tying it around himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hands aside, back to Morgus and
I'll
Sille.
grab it.
Alright, this looks pretty sticky. I don't know how far in I'm going to get and how difficult it will be to pull me out. But I don't have to breathe, so this should be fine.
That's a good point.
Godfrey starts wading in through the bogle stuff towards the middle.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Is it strong enough to pull the mask off?
Oh no.
Oh god!
Strength check or saving throw?
Saving throw.
Okay. 10.
You just fail. As the stickiness kind of begins to stick and be stuck to you.
Alright, this is fine.
Close are you?
Probably
Is
15
it?
feet.
Fuck.
Pull out my short sword and I start to like dig into it. Like dig around myself.
That's not a good. I could always tidal wave you.
Yeah.
Godfrey, you notice as you make that 15 feet, for every 5 feet closer you get to the bogles at this point, they just en masse move 5 feet away from you, constantly keeping a barrier, an empty barrier. And every time, Livy, you try to talk to them, they don't seem to know what you're saying.
Oh. Oh.
Could we use crude hand gestures to make them laugh?
And at this point, I think, Sille, with this pounding celestial song in your head, you begin to feel a vibrating in your pocket. The pocket where you place the deck of cards. And you feel like a tugging at your hip, almost toward the center from the deck.
I think this whole time, as Godfrey handed her that rope and she took her hands off her ears and is doing that thing in a horror movie when you're kind of expecting a loud jump and covering with your shoulder, when she feels that vibrating, still holding that rope, is going to take the deck out of her pocket and see why it's vibrating. I could have sworn I left that at home.
As you pull it out of your pocket and you open like the top flap, a card shoots up and out toward the center and just starts spinning rapidly above the center where the bogles are. And the green magic that Morgus could only detect from his spell begins to glow and vibrate and pulse. And all the bogles begin to just like spread out and smash themselves against the walls of this arena.
Godfrey pauses with his short sword and then just gives a twisted look back like, what the fuck?
I don't know what I did.
But yeah.
Give me another strength saving throw.
18.
You succeed.
Can I see what the card is?
You can't from this far away. And although the oils have cleared the space, it's still difficult terrain. And you get the sense that if you tried to wade in even as far as Godfrey, you would also have to make a strength save. They've been here a very long time. This is a pit of sticky oil that they just excrete.
I'm gonna
Good magic or bad?
Can you press
Sorry.
digitation?
I don't think there's enough time for that.
No.
I mean,
Oh.
What was that? Sille?
What's that?
Oh.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
No, it's alright. It just said I'm
Excuse me.
I'm not moving forward. I'm just holding the rope and holding.
All right. Great. Godfrey keeps moving towards it.
Just hear a cheer from the stands. You got this. You're doing great.
you know,
They're sitting on the seats now, like with a random snack out of the backpack from all of the pastries stolen earlier from the table. Probably taste like random things.
Awesome. As you get closer, Godfrey, you look and you see the card. Even in its spinning, you can catch the words around the top and the bottom, and it just says "Broken One."
It says broken one.
Are we all?
The Bogles are like hopping up and down in their seats at this point. They start singing a song in a language you don't understand.
can I? So
Can I try singing along?
Morgus is going
this tongues.
to.
The spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand their spoken. Can I use tongues on myself?
On yourself?
The spell grants the target you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when this target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says.
Yeah, you can do that. As you do that, Morgus, you were gonna say something. What would you like to do?
If we have about 10 more minutes, I've got an idea.
Livy, as you tune in, you hear them singing, "Let him out, let him out, let him out, let him out."
Godfrey, they keep on singing "Let him out." I have a really bad feeling about this. And as he says this, the moguls can also understand him.
You can hear us! One of them just like yells at you.
Yeah. Who is him?
Zariel, Zazriel. And then the song from that one bogle just shifts all the 1,000 voices into them singing his name instead.
It's Zagriel. You're letting him out.
What do you mean I'm letting him out?
That's what they're saying.
A little bit.
The card
Basil,
begins to split and crease and glow.
Oh, the card's letting him out.
Oh.
Yeah. 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 It sticks so much.
It's still like 15 feet away from you, Godfrey.
45 feet of movement, going as fast as I
Morgus
can.
is gonna snap his fingers and summon Bitsy,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have Bitsy try to fly forward and grab the card from the thing.
Yeah, Bitsy flies forward over Godfrey's head and grabs the card. How strong is Bitsy?
Probably not. Let me just
Best response.
strength score or modifier? Which would you prefer, DM?
Score.
3.
Why did you give an option? She's trying to pull with all her might. She's trying to do what you said, Morgus. But as this happens, she can't break it from the magical hold. And then you watch as like a circus carousel or a parachute type of magic just shoots out from the card with a main pillar of light shooting down into the ground. The green that was emanating below the card just dissipates. And then the card stops spinning and just floats down. What's on the card?
Gonna have Bitsy
Broken.
come on back.
Bitsy does see that there is an even larger pit. It's only about a 8-foot diameter circular pit. And down in the bottom of that was a humanoid.
I'm sorry, you said
We found
was.
him.
Well, she flew back. So was is in when she was there, she saw it, and then she flew back to you.
We found him.
Godfrey, I think you need to come back here.
I'm just gonna stand over here.
Morgus is going to reach out with a hand.
This is what we came here for.
There's going to be sort of a gold sphere in his hand, and he's going to turn it, and then these lines are going, like a grid sphere, are going to sort of appear and encircle Godfrey, and then I'm going to clench my fist and then release it, and I'm going to cast Vortex Warp on Godfrey to get him back to me and Sille.
Yeah, Godfrey reappears right next to you and Sille. And with that, you hear like a roar of a lion from across the way as you see a lion-faced creature with a bright white mane, a pink nose, but it has tusks hanging down from the side of its face and tusks hanging out from the side of its head. Its body is blue with that geometric shape, and it's wearing armor. And as it roars, a bright white, golden white light shoots out from the center of that hole, and rising up out of it, you see the vision that Sille saw. The only thing missing from your vision, Sille, is a Rudy, and you turn around to see the party has been followed this whole time.
God damn.
And that is where we're going to end for tonight.
We're like God's damn.
Yeah.
I think we can reasonably blame Bitsy
We
for the
did it.
final bit.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate all the support. Episode releases may get a little weird around the holidays, but don't worry, we're not going anywhere. We may just miss a week or two here coming up. If you like us, follow us, leave a review, subscribe, any of the things. We have a Ko-Fi if you're interested in making sure I have enough caffeine to continue to edit all the episodes. And yeah, we just really appreciate you being here. Intro and outro by Nolan Clock. Everything else by myself and the cast. I hope you have a really great day.